Let me guess. You're here because your cat keeps treating you like the world's worst-tasting chew toy. One minute you're stroking their soft fur, feeling like a Disney princess surrounded by woodland creatures. The next, bam! Tiny vampire attack. Suddenly, your hand's not a hand anymore, it's an hors d'oeuvre. And you're left wondering, why do I live with a fluffy shark in a fur coat? Here's the truth. Cats don't wake up in the morning plotting, how can I ruin my human's day? Well, not always. Most biting isn't aggression. It's miscommunication, overstimulation, boredom, or just a case of wrong place, wrong finger. The problem is, humans usually respond in the exact way that makes biting worse. Yep, we're basically out here enrolling our cats in bite school without realizing it. But don't worry, this isn't just another boring how to train your cat lecture. Oh no. This is your crash course in understanding why your cat sometimes goes from purring angel to furry velociraptor in 3 seconds flat, and more importantly, how to stop it before your arms start looking like scratch and sniff stickers. Number 1, the human who just won't stop. You know the scene. You're giving your cat a nice scratch, both of you are vibing, and suddenly, chomp. You're staring at your hand like, excuse me, was that really necessary? Spoiler alert, yes, it was. Here's the deal, cats are not dogs in fur disguises. They don't sign up for endless cuddle marathons, especially not on sensitive zones like the belly, the tailbase, or any area marked Do Not Disturb on their personal map. What starts as cozy bonding time can turn into too much, too fast, abort mission in seconds. And before you blame your cat for being moody, let's be real, they warned you. The tail started flicking like a metronome. The ears did their sideways satellite dish thing, the shoulders stiffened up, and you ignored it all. So, out came the teeth. Think of it less as betrayal, more as an emergency stop button. The problem? We often think of petting as a love letter. I pet you because I adore you. But cats see it more like a contract negotiation. You respect their limits, they stay chill. Cross the line, and the only tool they've got to hit reset is a bite. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe, give it a like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 2, ignoring the warning signs, aka, congratulations, you missed all the clues. Let's be clear, cats almost never bite out of nowhere. They're not tiny furry ninjas lying in wait to attack you just because you dared to breathe. They build up to it. It's a slow wave of nope, nope, absolutely not. But instead of yelling at you in plain English, they rely on body language. The problem is, most humans are terrible translators. Picture this. Your cat's tail starts flicking like it's auditioning for a flag-twirling competition. Their ears swivel sideways, as if they're trying to pick up pirate radio. The pupils suddenly widen until they look like they've seen a ghost or a bag of treats. The fur along their back ripples like someone just walked across their grave. And that purr you were enjoying? Yeah, it shuts off faster than Wi-Fi during a thunderstorm. All of that was your cat shouting, "Friend, I am done here." But when you blow past those signals and keep stroking like a Disney princess, you don't just surprise your cat. You step right over a boundary they very clearly set. And the bite that follows? That's not cruelty. That's them enforcing the rules because you refuse to listen. Each time it happens, their trust in you slips a little, like sand falling through an hourglass. The goal isn't to erase that line completely. It's to notice where it is and respect it before teeth get involved. Because once you start picking up those subtle, dramatic little cues, the world changes. Your cat bites less, way less, and suddenly you're not enemies. You're partners in a weird, wordless dance. Number 3, not aggression, just a fuzzy misunderstanding. Here's the twist. Most cat bites aren't fueled by rage or some wild plan to overthrow humanity. They're not trying to dominate you or win a wrestling match. What you're dealing with isn't aggression. It's a language barrier. Your cat's trying to say, hey, something's wrong. And since they weren't blessed with English, they've only got one option left, the old toothy telegram. The problem is, Humans love to slap labels on things. So the second a cat lashes out, we decide they're moody, mean, or plotting our downfall. But in the cat universe, biting is the last resort. It's not a tantrum, it's a desperate voicemail that says, "I've tried tail flicks, ear swivels, and all the subtle stuff. You still don't get it. Time to escalate." Usually, it's not even about you. Something in their world, too much noise, too little routine, a stressful vibe, or just overstimulation, has pushed them past their comfort zone. And when you respond with punishment or panic, all they hear is confirmation. Yep, my human totally doesn't understand me. Now you've both entered the world's least fun feedback loop. You touch, they bite, you freak out, they trust you less. Rinse and repeat. But the magic happens when you flip the script. The moment you stop seeing biting as bad behavior and start treating it as a signal, everything shifts. Suddenly, the bite isn't an attack, it's information. It's your cat's way of handing you a sticky note that says, "Please change something." And when you listen, that's when trust grows back. That's when the bite cycle breaks. Number 4. Why punishing a cat is like yelling at Wi-Fi, so your cat bites, and your first instinct is to say, "No," or give them a little shove. Totally normal human reaction, totally useless cat reaction. Because here's the kicker. Cats don't do punishment. They don't sit there thinking, "Ah yes, my human raised their voice. I now understand my crime." No. What they actually think is, "Yikes, my human is terrifying." Punishment doesn't fix the problem. It rewires it in the worst way. Fear leads to anxiety. Anxiety builds tension. And tension cranks the bite dial up to 11. Congratulations! The thing you did to stop the biting just made biting even more likely. And the trust? Gone. Vaporized. Your cat starts believing that every attempt to communicate will only get them hurt or scared. And when that happens, they either go silent and shut down, or double down with harder bites. The way out isn't punishment, it's detective work. Find the trigger, change your behavior, and guide them with patience. The magic word isn't no, it's redirection, which, by the way, is a skill most cat owners completely forget exists. Number 5. The betrayal bite. When love hurts, you're snuggled up, your cat's purring like a little engine. Life is perfect. On then snap. Tiny daggers in your skin. Not enough to send you to the ER, but definitely enough to sting and maybe bruise your pride. Feels personal, right? Like your cat just swiped left on your entire relationship. But it's not betrayal, it's biology. Cats often enjoy affection only in snack-sized portions. Their nervous systems get overloaded fast, especially in their most sensitive zones, the belly, the spine, the tail base. What felt heavenly for the first 30 seconds suddenly turns into, "I've had enough. Please step away from the floof." And with no polite words available, they file their complaint with their teeth. Sometimes it's deeper than overstimulation. Maybe they love your closeness, but have learned to associate long interactions with stress or discomfort. So affection becomes confusing, part warmth, part warning. That bite is them saying, "I want you, but I need space." The trick? Watch the subtle signs. Breathing shifts, tail twitches, pupils widening. If you step back before they escalate, you give them the gift of control. And nothing builds trust faster than letting your cat be the one to end cuddle time. Number 6. Redirection, biting without bruising you. Not every bite is an emotional TED Talk. Sometimes your cat just needs to chomp something, and unfortunately, your fingers are the only available chew toy. Cats are born biters. They practice hunting, they play, they release energy. It's not personal, it's instinct. The fix isn't reacting after the bite, it's planning ahead. Give them something safe to sink their teeth into. Chew toys, wand toys, stuffed prey stand-ins. Especially at dawn and dusk, when their inner wild panther wakes up. And here's the real secret. Redirection works best before your cat bites. If you catch that stalker stare, the wiggly butt, the anime eyes, that's your cue. Toss a toy, drag a string, get them chasing something that isn't attached to your body. The more you practice this, the more your cat learns, oh, I don't bite hands, I bite that thing instead. You protect your skin, they satisfy their instincts, everyone wins. Number 7, boredom bites. Guess who's to blame? You know what a bored cat does? They improvise. No toys, no stimulation, no action. Congratulations, you are now the entertainment. They'll stalk your ankles, ambush your hands, and yes, even pounce on your unsuspecting face at 2 a.m., not out of malice, out of sheer unfiltered boredom. Cats are wired to hunt, chase, and pounce multiple times a day. Without that outlet, tension builds up like static electricity, and you're the closest lightning rod in the room. Your movement sparks their instincts, and suddenly you're the game. And here's the tough love moment. If you're not giving your cat things to do, you are part of the problem. Cats need window perches, climbing spots, puzzle feeders, and daily play. These aren't luxury add-ons, they're survival essentials. Without them, biting becomes the go-to hobby. But the second you start meeting those mental and physical needs, the biting often fades like magic, without you even trying to fix it. Number 8, the emotional bite. When it's not about you at all, some bites aren't about overstimulation or boredom. They're about feelings and not the warm, fuzzy ones. This is the bite that comes from fear, trauma, or anxiety. It's sharp, defensive, and full of raw emotion. It doesn't say, stop petting me. It says, I don't feel safe. Maybe your home is loud. Maybe another pet is stressing them out. Maybe they've got baggage from a rough past. Whatever the reason, this bite is different. It's a survival reflex, and no amount of toys, treats, or clever training hacks can erase that fear overnight. What works is patience, predictability, letting them set the pace. Soft voices, slower movements, and a routine they can count on. Over time, the armor cracks. They stop flinching. They linger by your side. They choose closeness instead of retreat. And that's when you realize the truth. The bite wasn't betrayal, it was a cry for help. And your cat wasn't lashing out. They were just asking, in the only way they could, for you to finally listen. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Your support not only encourages us, but also helps other cat lovers discover our content. Don't forget to share your experiences in the comments below, and consider subscribing to the Wise Animals channel for more informative videos on understanding and caring for our feline friends. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.